Bam. Not Bam.
Adebayo.
Not Bam Adebayo because them boys are
Dookie.
losing. Them boys lose. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of On It. We are here. You got me. You got Devin. We're currently watching game 4 of the NBA
Game 4.
Finals. And last time we talked about what was it, game 2?
Yep.
Last time we talked was game 2, so we didn't talk about game 3 yet.
No. Do
And
we need to?
no, we definitely needed to. I definitely would like to talk, a couple things about game 3, even though, you know, what happened.
It's kind of
Um,
dreadful, but that's all right.
but I mean, I'm not surprised though, Devin.
No.
Right now, Denver's up 10 with about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter of game 4. And I said I will not be surprised if Denver comes to Miami and handles business 2-0.
Aaron Gordon has 27 points.
Yep, Aaron Gordon, Jokic with 23, Murray with 15. I mean, I don't know, bro. It was a close first half. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, not even a bad second half, and
The last 10 minutes have just been
well, when the
all
fourth quarter
Denver.
started, the Heat went on like a 7-9-0 run. So we got a little excited. We said, "Hey, we need to start this podcast, man. We're about to watch
Mm-hmm.
Miami tie it up 2-2." But that's not happening right now. So
It ain't over yet, though.
here's the thing. So we are going to get into some things. We are going to talk about this podcast, but we are also watching the end of this game. So if we do pan over, or if I pan over and have to commentate on the end of this game, I may, because I mean, this is just pitiful. 3 minutes
I
left in
know.
this game. Duncan Robinson, okay, 8-point game.
But
But look, what?
Jimmy has been passing the rock like a motherfucker for the last couple games.
I mean,
He's got to start shooting.
what Jimmy dropped? What the fuck did Jimmy drop last game? Did I not write that down? That's stupid.
Now, to be completely fair, a lot of those were kind of garbage time.
Yeah,
His points.
I guess, but I don't know. I'm looking at game 3, and I remember it was a competitive first half. Denver locked in the second half. Denver
Big time.
out rebounded them by 14.
And they had crazy offensive rebounds.
They had 14 more rebounds. They shot 51% to Miami's 37% field goal percentage.
Damn.
I mean it. I don't know. Denver out rebound them. Jokic had 32, 21, and 10. Jamal 34, 10, and 10. Now Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. combined for 13. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal cooked. Jokic cooked. What are you gonna do? Jokic can get away with
Christian Brown had whatever the fuck he had. He had a decent amount.
Jokic can get away with a 30, 20, 10 and still and Nuggets can lose, but when Jamal's right next to him with a 34, 10, and 10,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Christian Brown had 15.
This game's over. KCP with a 3. I knew that bitch was going in. I knew that bitch was going in. So Denver's gonna end up being up 3-1 versus Miami. So I mean, it's cool. Game 3, in the books. Not really much to talk about for game 3 because game 4 is over, Devin.
Dude, do we really have to watch Jokic win the finals?
Denver's up 3-1, and I'm not gonna lie. We sat here a couple days ago just explaining for like 20 minutes how Jokic isn't box office.
Do we
Now,
care that Jokic is about to win a finals? No.
I mean, I'm more disappointed that Miami's not. Like
Yeah, no, I agree.
last time Miami lost, it was like, all right, whatever. At least Braun got another ring. But like now, it's like because next year it's gonna be like Jamal's a top 5 point guard,
Yeah,
and the Jokic, like I remember after Jokic got his second MVP, people were already like, we're gonna have to start talking about like the greatest of all time debate, the greatest big of all time debate, and I was like, all right,
Yeah, I know.
let's fucking calm down. I mean,
They've brought that up recently though, that Jokic should be put in the top bigs category.
but why?
Shit, I don't.
Okay,
He doesn't have
two
anything on
finals,
Shaq.
two finals, or one finals and two MVPs. Okay, I'm not gonna sit
Top
here and
five.
I'm I'm not gonna sit here and go through every single big I think is better than Jokic, but I don't know if we're sitting here talking about the greatest big of all time. I don't think Jokic is the first person that's gonna come up ever.
Fuck no.
Unless Jokic goes on to get like 4 rings, another MVP, and some stupid shit, and he just continues to do what he's doing, then okay, sure. But I, I, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being negative, looking at it in
Oh my
negative
god.
light. I don't really know. Maybe it's just I don't care. Maybe it's because I don't care if Jokic
Well,
is.
no, I don't think 2 MVPs in a ring put him above Kareem, Russell, Shaq, anybody.
Because like I'm sitting here like watching the Nuggets win the finals, and it still doesn't feel like Jokic like runs the league. Like it
No,
still feel like there's like Luca didn't make the playoffs, and I think Luca runs the league more than Jokic.
I 100% agree with you.
I mean, there are players that did not make the playoffs that I think Jokic isn't even on the court, bro. He's just sitting here just waving his fucking towel around.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit, the game's over when you got fucking AG,
Fuck him.
Aaron fucking Ballsack Gordon putting up 30,
Yeah.
and
This is
Bruce
like
Brown going crazy for
this
no
is
reason.
this is just depressing. Like I really don't.
No one wants to see this. No one wanted to see this.
Okay, but Denver in 5 though. I mean, I told you.
Well, it has to be now. Well, no, honestly, I think. Well, a lot of the finals end in away court, so Miami might take the next one. And they might finish it in Game 6. Either way, Denver's winning this bitch for
It's
no
over.
fucking reason.
Denver in 5. Denver is going to be our new NBA champs. How do you feel
And
about
no
that?
one cares.
I mean, yeah, it's really felt like I don't know. It's felt like ever since the Warriors and the Cavs clashed,
Yeah.
the finals just don't really hit the same.
Since the 3-1 comeback, like the finals before that was great, and that finals
The
was great 2017, but
3-1 peaked. The
after that,
3-1 2016 was the 3-1 comeback that peaked.
yeah, that was
That was
peak
because
basketball.
after that was 2 straight KD finals MVPs with
It
the
was a
Warriors,
4-0 and a 4-1,
which was like okay, whatever. And then the next year is one of the biggest flukes in NBA history, but somehow makes Kawhi one of the greatest players of all time.
which is
When
complete bullshit.
Toronto wins, or when Toronto won.
And then it was
2020,
what,
you're always going to hear
Milwaukee?
about. Oh well, yeah, 2019 or 2020
No,
Milwaukee. No, 2020 was Lakers in the bubble, and
Lakers. Yeah,
everybody's going to have that bubble talk. Even though I think, if anything, everybody was healthy and had a break, and we got to see what happens when everybody is 100%. But that's a different top. That's a different discussion for a different day. Milwaukee, and then what?
you were close to saying Miller.
Milwaukee, Golden State, and now Denver. Or am I skipping a team?
It was 2020 bubble.
2021 was Bucks. 2022 was Golden
Two
State.
was Golden State, and 2023 is about to be the Nuggets.
This is
So that's
sad.
cool for nobody except for Nuggets fans, all 6 of them.
So
Congratulations.
Denver comes to Florida, goes 2-0, going back home to Denver, and they are going to be the champs. Devin, can we just spent the first 10 minutes so sad, so depressed? Can we talk about some shit we care about?
Because it ain't
Like
this.
it's like I almost want to put a disclaimer, like this bit right here, right? The first, like I want this to be the first part of the podcast right here. Ready?
Yeah.
Trust me, we're a lot more happy after we talk about the finals.
Always.
Boom. Look at that. Now we're right back at it. 10 minutes into the podcast, because there's things I want to talk about that are not NBA finals related. First thing,
Good.
you brought something up last episode.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if it was before, like the night before all the shit came out about him, or who I'm about to speak on, ranted about him on Twitter.
Yeah.
You bring up, you're like, oh, Zion got a stripper pregnant or something. You say, you just make a comment because you were talking about
Yeah. Well,
the.
you didn't even bat an eye at it.
I was like, oh, so at the time, what did you know? Just that he got some girl pregnant, or did you see all those tweets?
So at the time,
Were those tweets out when you said that?
so that night I saw that he had released that, or he had announced that he was having a baby, and then that, like, before the podcast, I knew that she was like 7 or 8 years older than him, and that, like,
She's 29.
they weren't, like, they were sort of dating or whatever. And then the next morning, Mariah Mills, the star
Porn
on a
star.
different
Porn
website,
star. Porn star. Porn star.
yep, she tweeted out
I mean, a
that
popular, like, this isn't just some OnlyFans girl. Like, she's like popular. Like
she's on the sites. Yeah, she came out and said that they had been together. I'm not gonna say exactly what she said.
No. We're gonna say exactly what she said, Devin. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is all so fucking stupid.
I know.
Because there's she has a lot of like valid arguments, right? Now, hear me out for a second. What I mean by that is, like, if she really thought, like, oh, like, we're in a relationship, and to be honest with you, I gotta give it to her. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean. If you're a porn star, like, you're getting fucked. Like, you're getting fucked all the time. You're filming shit you're filming your own content. You're doing this shit. Like, if you can say, like, because if she's tripping this much, this means she wasn't going around. I don't know if she was going around fucking other people. I feel like she might have been trying to slow down on fucking other people too. And if she was able to pull that off doing what she does for a living, and he wasn't, I can see why she'd be a little pissed.
I think it's less of relationship based. I think it's more of money related.
Devin, I need you to understand that she has plenty of bread.
Not NBA money.
No. Devin, I don't know if you noticed, but like porn money might not be NBA money, but porn money is a lot of money. Like,
it ain't Nike shoe deal
I guarantee you she is a millionaire.
Sure, but it ain't Nike shoe deal money.
But it doesn't. But when you're talking about a money thing, when it's this 29-year-old random girl that got pregnant from Zion, that's like a money thing. We're talking about like a girl who supposedly has been with him for a while and has kept it on the low, and all of a sudden is like, nah, fuck that. So how do you feel about that? Since I know you're gonna sit here and act like we all hate women and yada yada yada, and she's just some whore. She's just some whore who makes porn. But I do think there's some validity to this. If you thought you were in a relationship with somebody as a woman, and then all of a sudden that person out of nowhere is posting on the internet him in his fucking baby shower, that's crazy.
But, no, it's crazy, but that's not.
Go ahead.
Like, that's not like a girlfriend doesn't mean anything in, like, reality. Like, if he's having a baby with someone, he's having a baby with someone. But what she was talking about in her later tweets, that apparently, like, someone in her family or in her close circle was threatened by Zion's camp, and that there were, like, things to stop her from tweeting out the specifics of their relationship. Like,
all right,
to me, his relationship with this porn star doesn't really matter. It's more of like,
it does to him.
To him, it doesn't matter, and to her, like they're not married. It doesn't matter.
No, I 1000% think to her she thought they were in a relationship.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean anything.
What are you talking about?
Sure, she may think she's in a relationship with him, but what the fuck does that mean?
Okay, let's let's take let's take can we take some variables out of this? Let's take porn star and millionaire or NBA player out of the equation. It's a girl who thought she was in a relationship with a guy who then went on Instagram to post about his baby shower with some other random girl. You're going,
What?
I don't really think it matters. I don't really see the problem. I don't really understand. She's just some whore. I don't
No,
know
no,
if
no, no,
it's
no,
just that.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know if
no.
it's
I'm
just
I'm
that.
I'm not saying there's not a problem, like a relationship problem or some shit, but like in
I'm pulling up the tweet. I'm
legality,
pulling up the tweets. But go ahead, go ahead.
but in legality, there's no issue if he got another woman pregnant. Like he's not married to her. He didn't cheat on someone he was married to. He's not having a baby with Mariah Mills. Like it doesn't. In all actuality, it does not matter. But what matters is that he would possibly made threats toward her or towards someone in her family or whatever, whoever the fuck it was.
Which I didn't
That's
hear
the
about
issue.
that. What are you talking about?
Apparently, someone in Zion's camp had made threats towards someone that she knew in in an effort to stop her from putting out tweets about their relationship. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. Like they were
Okay, you
fucking. It
keep
doesn't matter.
saying it doesn't matter, bro. Okay, but she posted shit of Zion being like, "How, bro? All right, when you move, how much do you expect me to pay you a month?" But I'm super excited. Like that's something Zion texted her. Here's the only thing you can argue. He texts, "Bet." This is Zion. They went back and forth on Snapchat. This is Zion, ready? Bet. I don't have a girlfriend, but if I moved you to New Orleans, would you be cool with be like my official and it's blurred out? So I don't know if it's official side chick. I don't know if it's official girlfriend. We don't know if it's official. Because I was watching a podcast earlier and they were saying if it said be my official girlfriend, she wouldn't have blurred it out.
No.
Because then he says, just asking so I know how to go about the situation with respect. So let me get on board with you, Devin, on the fact that I think it may not have mattered to him. Like, I think to him, he may not have thought he was in some type of relationship.
No.
To her, bro, better pray I'm not pregnant too, because I'm definitely late. I was with you last week in New Orleans and you couldn't tell me you had a random thought pregnant after all I've done for you. I let you pause, but
Yeah.
she said, I let you fuck me so many times without a condom. And this is what you do to me, a hood rat that does CPN, which I think is cam videos or like,
No idea.
um,
She said you let me something in my mouth or something.
spit in my mouth. She was like, you spit, which that doesn't matter because it's like you're
No.
porn. It's like, yeah, you do porn. It's like anyone can like spit in your mouth. It's like, that's like not the line for who's like a real like boyfriend is like, you
Yeah.
spit in my mouth.
But
Um,
again, in actuality, like there's so many dudes in the NBA who have girlfriends or people they're fucking or whatever. Like he's not married to this porn star. Like there's
no, no,
he has no
no.
strings attached to this bitch.
Okay, I didn't see all these. There's no way these are real.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. She said, "You're a nasty dog. How many more women? Delete all those sex tapes you have of me and you off your phone now. See y'all tomorrow, New Orleans, or New Orleans. So off this is. You're nothing but a sex addictive, dirty freak. Are you that lonely and desperate when I can't link that you do this to me? Your face disgusts me. I can't even look at you when you fuck me. Ugh, this is gross. Hold on,
All right,
hold on.
all right.
She
Now
said,
you're really gonna back this chick?
she
Come
said
on,
your,
brother.
she said your dick is trash. To be honest, I had to force myself to come. You fat fuck.
All right, come on, bro. You're gonna back this motherfucker? What the fuck? What are we doing? You're gonna back this fucking bitch? who's talking all this shit for some
You didn't
clout.
see those tweets before either.
No, I didn't. But you're gonna back this motherfucker for some goddamn clout. She's looking for clout.
You fat fuck. That's crazy.
She's looking for clout, bro. She
Wow.
knows they're not connected in any way
No, I
other
don't
than
think she's
fucking.
looking for clout.
She's
She
looking for
has
clout or money,
clout.
but she doesn't have NBA clout.
Devin.
She's looking for
Look at
clout
me.
or
Look at
money.
me. Look at me. Look at me. Yes, she does.
All right, then why the hell is this an issue?
Because supposedly this bitch thought she was in a relationship with Zion Williamson.
Then good for fucking her.
But you keep going like, ooh, why does it matter? Apparently to her it matters, but she's
It
going
matters if it's
crazy.
money or there's something on the line. There ain't nothing on the line here.
Bro, but Zion's moving her out. Zion's on some weirdo shit though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Zion's been on some weirdo shit, bro. Apparently, he's been doing some weird shit. He did some weird shit at Duke where he was talking to a cheerleader. He's like, "I got a big room if you want to sleep in it," or some shit, some
No.
weirdo shit,
There
dude.
was a video of him at Duke. There's a video of him at Duke, and he's like the girl calls him. She's like, hey, handsome. He's like, hey, beautiful. I'm like, oh my god. He's like, why are you so beautiful? I'm like, Zion, what are we doing here, bro?
Zion's on some weird shit, bro.
Zion is a cornball, but I mean,
He is a cornball, and he should focus on fucking getting back on the court, not fucking all these dumbass bitches.
and that's the thing. Like, he's just, I'm overreading these tweets, but Zion is like, I don't know. Zion is doing for me.
Zion, to me, Zion, it seems like sort of like how Tiger was. Now, I'm not comparing them directly, but to me, it just seems like Zion had only done basketball his whole life, and he's now breaking out into the world and realizing that there's all this shit that comes along with it, and he's just doing all that shit except for basketball.
Now, do you think it's possible that like all this had to do with how shit Zion's been, just
On the
his
court,
career in a whole?
I mean, he seems distracted. It seems like his motivations are in a different place other than just basketball.
Exactly. And now, see, and here's the thing though. I feel like if there's even a thought that shit like this has a direct impact on, him as a player, I think he should get as much shit as Ja. Cause sure, Ja's getting in trouble acting stupid, but I mean,
Josh on the court.
he's hooping. Ja, if that's the thing, like we're upset he's gonna get suspended. Because if he wasn't suspended, he would be hooping. Like Zion, he's going through all this shit. He's gonna come out, be overweight, and all this shit, and
Get hurt again
get hurt, and then
or underperform.
people are gonna talk about fucking what's gonna happen when he comes back, and then there's still gonna be those people who are gonna still say he was a better draft pick than Zion or than Ja. And I don't know.
Not so far. Not even close.
I think Zion should get as much shit as Ja if this is a direct impact on his on the court play.
I mean, both of them seem fairly distracted. One of them, I mean, maybe they have similar motivations, but one of them different than the other. But either way, Ja's still basketball ready. He did get knocked out by the 7th seed, but fuck it. Zion didn't even get on the court this year.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did get knocked out by 7. All right. Roy says he still hates Liv.
Rory?
Sure, yeah.
Because I saw when you sent me the the notes, it said Roy. And I was like, who the fuck is Roy? I was like, what's a Roy Liv?
Honestly, I probably just mistyped that because I know it's Rory. Is it the Rory McIlroy guy?
Yeah, Rory McIlroy.
So
yeah.
what's up with this? He still hates so he's gonna beef with the people that are like that own half his shit, or like what is this?
I haven't read much into this, but so apparently the PIF, which is the investment fund that is the Saudi investment fund that owns Liv, has bought 20% of the PGA Tour, and they're putting like 2 billion into it. So
Where did all
their
this money come from?
oil money. So Saudi Arabia has a dick ton of oil, and we pay them a shit ton to buy their oil. So they have all this
But I,
money.
I guess I meant more like, what is all this like spending out of nowhere? Because like they just started
Yes,
this league, and didn't they just have the World Cup over there?
great question. Well, the World Cup was in Qatar, which is
Oh,
same
oh,
money, different
same.
country.
Okay, but all this money's being spent like on this like on these things that are like they're like trying to get this draw. And what is going
Yes.
on here? Why? What is it?
So there's this big thing. So Saudi Arabia, I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo has a contract with a Saudi Arabian team. He's making like 200 to 300 mil a year playing for this Saudi team. They just offered Messi before he went to Inter Miami because Messi just got a contract with an MLS team for however much money. But they offered Messi 1.6 million over three. I mean, sorry, 1.6 billion over 3 years. Um,
Hold on, hold on,
so
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Messi declined a $1.6 billion contract.
over three
You do
years,
understand that Tom is like fumbling the bag for like what, half a billion for 10 years?
no, quarter billion,
A quarter billion for 10 years?
250. Yeah.
That's got to be the biggest bag dropped ever. Why wouldn't Messi take that?
Well, a lot of it is
Fuck
because of
Miami.
what Saudi Arabia is.
I don't want to say what are they because it's just like a dumb question, but like you play soccer, like who cares? Like what are
Yeah, no,
I'm
yeah,
saying like
sure.
what's the connect like what's the impact on Messi if he like personally like
So
how is he impacted?
with with Ronaldo right now, it's like yes, he's making a lot of money, but at the same time, like he's not on the same platform that he used to be on when he was playing for Man U or Real Madrid or whatever. He's not playing with the same competition. He's not playing with the same level of teammates. Like he's sort of just a lonely duck out in this sort of pond who've paying a lot of people a lot of money. But what Saudi Arabia is doing is that they're putting a lot of money into sports. They're putting a lot of money into westernized things in an effort to sort of bring a lot of attention and a lot of
Now, do they just want to be a part of
revenue
it?
back into their country.
Do they want to be a part of it or do they want to bring it to them?
They want to profit off of it.
Because I'm about to say, wouldn't them coming over here and teaming up with the PGA Tour, kind of hinder them like building something over there?
What do you mean?
Like they're not okay. So they merged, right?
Yeah,
Are they still doing their
they're
tours
still
and shit?
separate. They're still separate. So
Nah,
the
now I'm
PGA Tour.
confused.
All right. So what? Let me pull it up really quick. But I think the PGA was. So they've merged, and the PIF, which is the Saudi Arabian fund, has put like they're going to put 2 billion into this. Um, but the
Are they just going to be able to play in both?
yeah, so the both leagues are both going to be separate.
But now live
Um,
live is a season, right?
Live is a season, and the PGA Tour is a season.
Well, no, 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 no. PJ Tour is you. We've had this discussion on the podcast before about the season, how it's
The
like a
PGA Tour is a season, but the golf itself is not a season.
yes. But then I remember when Live first started, you were like, "Hey, they have like a real season, like an actual
They
like
they have a season like basketball would have a season
okay,
where it's like just like 12 tournaments and then playoffs and then finals and then that's it.
beautiful." Which
Um,
which I so wish the PGA Tour would just adopt that and just run with it because it would just I would be able to follow golf so much better if they
yeah,
just
I know. And it's sort of like it, but it's really not. So the PGA Tour is not calling this a merger, but they're taking I think the PIF controls 20% or bought 20% of the PGA Tour. So they've put a lot of money into this, and they're going to put a lot of money into the PGA Tour. But both of the leagues are now separate. But the Live, they're partnered, but they're not together. So the Live guys can now come back onto the PGA Tour after this season. They can reinstate. The PGA Tour guys can go over there with no penalty. They can go play Live golf with no penalty. They can still play on both tours.
So they're just gonna
The
profit
seasons
off
will
each
probably
other?
be different. What's up?
Are they just gonna profit off each other?
It's just one golf conglomerate where both leagues are sort of happening at the same time.
See, so then if that's the case, why does like someone like Rory even give a fuck?
So when all of this started, when everyone was going to the Saudi leagues and this whole thing about the Saudis started, it became sort of an ethical dilemma and a moral dilemma for some people, because I mean, Mickelson came out in an interview and said that yes, the money's dirty money, it's oil money, it's coming from the Saudis who killed an American reporter who have not been great to America, or have not done things well in the way of civil or human rights. But he said, "Fuck it, it's money." So he went over, and a lot of the guys who stayed in the PGA Tour didn't go because of, sure, they love the PGA Tour, but they also hated the sort of human rights acts that were created by the Saudis, or whatever the fuck it was. Whatever their reasons were, it was like a political thing more than it was a golf or money thing. Some people, they just went there for golf and money, but a lot of the stoppage was because of the human rights violations. And Rory had come out, and the PGA Tour CEO had come out and said that anyone who joins Live should be ashamed because of what happened in 9/11 with all the Saudis and how they were involved, and then now he has decided to partner with them. So it's a
So
whole clusterfuck of bullshit.
so since they're not technically competing with the PGA Tour anymore, um, like
Yeah.
would a contract as big as they like offered Tiger still be on the table, or you don't think so?
See, that's where I don't think so anymore, because a lot of those contracts were created to pull
Because if I'm Tiger, I'm pissed now.
exactly, and
Because what
that's
was
what the
he
big talk
offered?
is now. 700 to 800 million.
Yeah, and he probably declined that just what? Because he wanted to continue playing in the PGA Tour, or what?
Well,
Or
because what he was told from the PGA and from the ownership and the CEOs was that there will be no negotiations, that there will be no merger, that there will be nothing from the PGA Tour in reaction to Live. There will be no merger, nothing. And there was a fucking lawsuit that was about to happen. There was about to be a court case in California where Live guys had claimed that the PGA Tour was acting anti-competitive and all this shit, and it was just like this horrible fucking circle of garbage. And but the reason that all these PGA guys were offered so much money was so that it was enough money to pull them away from something, and
PGA
just
Tour?
to and not to think about anything else but the money. I mean,
Damn,
Rory was offered 300 plus million, Tiger 800, close to a billion.
damn, damn. All
But
right,
yeah,
well,
I doubt any of these, none of these guys are gonna get that money. It's just not a thing.
I guess around a word on Weddle. Round of word of Weddle. Here, I'll pull it. Here I'll pull it up for you. Get the
You got it.
screen up. I do have it. Share. Uh, Weddle.
Mariah
Wordle.
Mills.
Wordle. See, this is what I'm. I had. Hey. I had to do my research. I had to do my research, buddy. Come on now. Yeah. If I wanted to see porn, I'd just go on Google Images. You stupid. Oh God. You're such a bitch.
I know.
All right. Can you see? Is everything good?
Locked in. Tiger.
All right. Tiger, perfect. Everything's great. Cool, perfect.
Money.
Um,
Ba, 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 ba.
all right, everything's gray again. Um,
Balls.
I guess.
Oh, that was way too close, dude.
Whoa. Let me.
BALS.
BALS.
Are we stupid?
BALS.
Balsa? Balsa wood. Hey,
Oh wow.
maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Balsa
Okay.
wood, baby.
Okay.
We
All
like
right.
it, dude. Balls for the win.
I guess. Okay. We're moving on to Weddle.
Yeah, dude. Balsa's a tree.
You can see Weddle.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So it's an AFC. I think that's the first time I didn't scroll. We got an AFC quarterback, not in the AFC East. He is 6'1" or 6 foot. He's younger than 37. His number is 9 or 10. All right, 9 or 10. AFC, not the AFC East.
Balls?
What the fuck is Burrow? 9?
9, yeah. Try Burrow. Is he not taller, or is that him?
So he's
Yeah.
6'1". 6'3", 6. Oh, okay. I guess he's still 6'1" or 6 foot.
Yeah.
Not in the AFC North. He is 26 years old and he's number 10. So number 10 in the West or the South? Jimmy G?
No, he's not 26. No.
No, he's older than 26. But let's hop over to the West. Might as well. Okay. So AFC South, number 10. Are we
All
tripping?
right.
Mills?
Who? No.
What the fuck?
Hold on. How old is, says Will Levis, Malik Willis?
Like Willis ain't that old.
He might be.
Nah.
All right, who are the other fucking teams in the
It's
South?
not
Colts?
Jacksonville.
AR ain't that old.
Colts. Who?
AR ain't that
Bro,
old.
what is going on here?
It's
I know he's not
T-Law.
that old.
It's Trevor.
He's not number 10.
What number is he? 17?
He's like number 16. Dude. What are we doing here?
Is it Minshew?
Who signed with No, who does I don't even know who Minshew plays for. Who signed with Indianapolis?
It's AR. Was it Foles or was it Minshew? One of those guys is still on Indy. It might be Gardner. Yeah, it's Gardner. All right, bet.
Oh my god, bro. That was not easy.
Shit.
I don't think that was an easy mode, bro. That was fuck.
Well, Minshew's a backup. Well, not yet, apparently. I mean, not yet, because AR
I'm
is
not
still
gonna lie, like I want like Anthony Richardson to do well. So like I hope he
sure.
I don't want him to beat like the Ravens if he comes across to us, but like sure, do well. Casey Tucker. All right, you want to just
All right.
let me just clock it in now.
We got a
Let me just-
Yackle McTackle.
You want me to just clock it in now, or what do you want me to? I mean, what are we doing here? I'm not.
Just try like
Here's the thing:
Trent Williams or something.
We could save the people. It's not. It's David Bakhtiari.
We
And
could
guess
have
what?
gotten that.
Here's the thing, though: we weren't gonna guess that.
We know Bakhtiari.
But we weren't gonna guess Bakhtiari.
We could have gotten
We
Bakhtiari.
weren't gonna guess him.
We could have gotten Bakhtiari.
I don't think we were gonna guess him.
He's the beer chugger. We know Bakhtiari.
Nah, it's cool.
All right.
It's cool. Fuck that. All right.
But Minshew and Bakhtiari, that's not even a fucking Weddle.
Dalvin Cook officially cut from the Minnesota
Was
Vikings.
it official? I thought they were going to think about trading him today.
No, it came out today that he is officially going to be cut
Yeah,
Now Dalvin Cook cut. Fuck. I mean, fuck Minnesota. Let's talk about the teams that he could go to. Miami's interested,
Miami,
which would be a crazy addition.
Dallas might be interested,
Dallas is interested, which
which is what we said.
I don't like as much as Miami, but
No,
I would still like to see the Jets pursue him because I think Brees and him and
Brees and Dalvin,
that'd be a nice 1-2 punch.
and we only got to see 6 games of Brees, and Brees went crazy in those
Because
6 games.
to be honest with you, if you want to stretch out what you are going to get from Dalvin Cook, you want to put him in a situation where he's a 1-2 punch.
Exactly, where
Like,
he's
like I don't know if I want him to go to like Miami and just be the starting running back there. You know, go to
well.
go to Dallas.
They got Mostert, right?
I'm starting Cook over Mostert. I'm not gonna lie to
Well, no, I'm starting Cook over Mostert, but you can split. You can split
you. Yeah,
some touches with him.
yeah, but like yeah, no, go split. But when I say split, I mean like give Dalvin like 60-40. Like give Dalvin like 40.
That fair,
So what I'm saying is like I don't know if I want to give Mostert 60. Like I'd rather give Tony Pollard 60. I give Brees
honestly.
60. But I don't I
I
like
give Brees 60.
um I
Yeah,
don't know
Brees
those,
only played 7 games last year.
but Dalvin Cook, but if I had to pick a team, one team I want to see Dalvin Cook go to.
Washington.
I think I think Miami. No. No, I'm pushing Jets. I'm pushing Jets. I'm pushing that narrative.
I'd rather see him go to the Jets than Miami. I mean, Miami, sure, yes, they have a decent team.
Mhm.
They're not reliable. Um, if Waddle goes down, if Tyreek goes down, they're kind of shot.
I don't think Tua is the reliable part, but
Tua, that's what I'm saying. Tua is not reliable at all. Even if he has everybody, they're still a 10-win max team, in my opinion. Again, we don't know what type of Rodgers we'll get out of this situation, especially with Nathaniel Hackinson as the fucking OC,
mhm.
or Nathaniel Hackett, who was fucking dreadful in Denver.
What about Buffalo?
Buffalo would be nice. That's what they need. But they don't have a. Do they have a second back? I mean, they don't have much.
They do
But
have the cover of
they
Madden 24 because
they
Madden
do have the
officially,
official cover.
after we talked about it last episode, Devin, we talked about
Yes.
who should be on the cover of Madden 24, and you were very against Josh Allen getting the nod. Now that he got it, has your opinion changed at all, or do you want to
No,
elaborate on how you feel, or
it hasn't changed. I mean, sure, is he worthy of getting it? Sure. Is he the dude who should be on it? I don't know. I think
who though?
Burrow has
Who?
been in better situations than Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. I agree with that, but I don't know.
So, but here's the thing though. If don't you think if Joe Burrow got put on the cover, it would be more of a conversation like, well, why hasn't Josh Allen gotten it then yet? Like, why hasn't Josh Allen gotten put on the cover yet? If Joe
Uh,
Burrow gets it, because if
that's
Josh Allen
probably
had to
fair.
wait this long, what's wrong with Burrow having to wait another year or two?
No, that's definitely fair.
I,
I
I
I can agree with that. That like if anyone outside of Pat, honestly, anyone outside of Pat would have backlash as to who should be
look,
or Jalen Hurts. But honestly, I think Jalen Hurts should have had it this year over Josh Allen.
if this person wins the Super Bowl next year, he needs to be on the cover of Madden.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
All fucking day.
I want
I
to
can't.
see.
Was Aaron ever on the cover? I don't even think he
Has
was.
Aaron had a cover? I want to
That's.
say, yeah, no, wait.
I don't think he has. Maybe
Great.
a long time ago.
He's never being Madden star. Here. NFL fan. Oh, okay. Hold on. Here
Here,
we
do you
got
want to hear the
something.
last cover athletes?
Here, I got something for you. I got a little article. NFL fans berate Aaron Rodgers for never being Madden cover star. In quotes, drug addict plus bad role model.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
When an NFL fan posted via Twitter that Aaron Rodgers has never been a Madden cover athlete, it got fans talking. The Madden 24 video game trailer was released with Josh Allen as the cover athlete. Since 96, 26 athletes have been on the cover of the popular video game. Mahomes, Tom, Lamar, Barry, Antonio Brown, and Gronk have all been the
Yeah,
cover athlete,
yeah,
but
yeah,
never
yeah.
Rodgers.
AB can be on it. Mike Vick can be on it. Yeah. Sure, sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Not a
Yeah.
role model? You shitting me? Like, no one in the NFL is a fucking role model. What are we talking about?
NFL fans have noticed that the Jets star Aaron Rodgers have never been on the cover. One fan posted the reason why he thinks Aaron Rodgers has never been on the cover. Negative aura plus drug addict plus bad role model.
You want to talk about Brett Favre was the cover. You want to talk about a drug addict? That motherfucker's still a
Can
drug
we
addict.
go through all the covers of Madden?
Yes,
Every
I have
Madden.
2018 to 99.
Okay, here. I want to pull it up and look at it with you. Um, let's pull that up. I want to
But
see where are you
all right, the
starting
last
at?
cup. What was last year? It was Mahomes and Tom, right?
So yeah. So Mahomes and Tom, and then you had Lamar. Okay, you had Mahomes. Then you had Antonio Brown. Now here's the thing. Was all before he went
Yes,
crazy.
granted.
So we do got to give him that. It was before he went nuts, but okay.
But there were so many
Tom,
years before Aaron.
Gronk before that, Odell before that, which I'd say that's before
Well,
Odell
yeah.
got
Tom, Gronk, Odell, Richard Sherman,
Richard Sherman.
the
Though I mean,
doorbanger.
but this is before that. You see, you're listing a whole bunch of shit before that. See,
No,
now
I
when
understand.
somebody like Peyton Hillis gets the cover, right? I don't care if he was a fucking firefighter, part-time firefighter, and saved cats from trees at halftime. He does not deserve the nod over Aaron Rodgers, which was in 2011.
2012, 11.
But it comes out, yeah. But I'm saying it comes out the
Yeah.
year before. And what was Aaron doing in 2011?
Winning Super Bowl.
Drew Brees, okay. Troy and Larry Fitzgerald, okay. Brett Favre, okay. Yeah, there's your drug addict.
Drug addict.
Vince Young, Sean Alexander, Donovan McNabb. Now, okay.
And sure, Brett didn't release the dick pics at the time, but sure.
Look. The man's on my wall. But could other people make an argument for Ray Lewis being on the cover and saying like, "Well, how could you say this about Aaron Rodgers when Ray Lewis was on the?" Now, did ever since that, if we look back on Ray Lewis like now, it's more like, yeah, he's been a big like inspiration to a lot of people. But I mean, in 2005, that was, or in 2004, that was 3-4 years. That's still a little fresh.
Yeah.
Mike Vick, 2004, obviously before all that shit. So I mean,
Like,
it
from what I'm seeing from
definitely.
these Madden covers, it's not about who's the best or who's like Aaron. To me, honestly, doesn't fit much into these years. Maybe he beats Troy Polamalu. He definitely would beat Peyton Hillis.
Okay, but does Tom need? So Tom and Mahomes both need to be on the cover twice.
Nah,
That's 2 years Aaron Rodgers could have gotten it. Mind you, that was, what was it? It was Tom and Mahomes in 2021, Mahomes in 2020, Tom in 2018. I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers won 2 MVPs in that span.
he did.
So I mean, what are we talking about here? I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers deserves. You want to talk about someone deserving it? Fuck Joe Burrow. Aaron Rodgers needs to be on the cover of Madden. Fuck that
I
shit.
I 100% agree with
Fuck
you.
that.
Yeah.
Put Aaron on that on
See,
there.
fuck Josh Allen. See, I'm glad.
So
I didn't have the argument for it, but I'm glad we meet in the same spot.
how do you feel about the Suns letting go of Chris Paul?
That's a death sentence and a half
For who?
for the Suns.
Really?
In,
You
in
don't
a
think?
way, I think so.
I think this is more giving Devin Booker the keys.
He ain't got the keys.
I need you to not be a hater for a second. Like Devin
I'm
Booker is
not
a great player. Devin Booker is box office.
sure, but he ain't finals winning.
That's fine, but don't you
I
think
don't think
it's
he
some
will be.
don't you think at some point he needs to be the for sure number one and not have to rely on a 38-year-old point guard?
But he's a shooting guard. He's not relying on him. He needs the
But
rock
but no,
pass to him.
Devin Booker, he has the ball in his hands, and I think moving forward he's gonna have the ball in his hands a lot more.
I think they're going to struggle without a veteran point guard.
I do not think Devin Booker relying on an injury prone 38-year-old point guard. I don't think losing that is going to hurt him as much as you think. I think
Maybe not, but it's not like there's like they still were out in the second round of the playoffs this year. They're not going to make it any further.
yeah, but okay, but they lost to the finals champions, so whatever. I mean, big deal. Here's the thing: you could get another guy who can dish it, who can dish the rock. If I'm Devin Booker, I'd rather have Chris Paul replaced than KD.
Well, for sure, but I mean, in God's honest world, do you think that the Suns, as they sit right now, even if they do get a point guard, do you think that they're a finals potential?
Devin, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I need you to, because you're very NBA negative. I need you.
I
I
know.
need you. I know. And we're working on it. We this podcast that we've tried to opening you up. Pause. Uh,
Pause.
um, I think every team that makes the playoffs has a chance. And I know that sounds stupid.
Apparently so.
I know it
No,
sounds
no, I
dumb.
agree.
Like I don't mean that literally. Like everybody has a chance. Like ever since ever since when we thought like, oh shit, super teams is taking over and you have to be a
Yeah,
super team to win. Once that fell through, we've had a different
I
champion.
agree.
We've had a different champion every year,
Yeah, no, I agree.
and we've kind of been complaining about wanting that. And now that we have it, we're like, oh, the Bucks aren't even legit. But I think it's just there's
Yeah,
a lot of there when there's not a super team. I think there's a lot more competition in the NBA. When
for sure.
I mean, this is solid proof. When the 8th seed can be the best team coming out of the East, there's comp.
But my problem with like the NBA's popularity is that the NBA has been moving in such a super team fashion and such a individuality or an individual player fashion, like where they're just rooting for a player, that now the NBA is sort of, at least in the past couple seasons, it's become much more balanced teams, and there's not this overload of
But
superstars in a finals,
you can still
and
have
and
the
and it's
superstar.
sort of, huh?
You can still have the superstar.
You can still have the superstar,
Like
but what's happening is like it's the NBA is not yet back to, at least in a fan base way, like just being fans of a team and not a superstar.
I, I think that
And
that's
and and it seems like there's a lot of teams like the Nuggets who are balanced, who are winning compared to like the Nets from a couple years if they had won,
I think
and what that had brought.
being a fan of a player rather than a team has been going on a lot longer than you're making it seem.
No, it's been happening for a very long time, and I completely understand that. But over the past 15, 20 years, or at least 15 years, it's been very player based.
Oh, because of that one guy that dominated the league for like quarter of the century.
Like a lot of guys are Bron fans. Like the majority of basketball fans are like, yeah, I'm a
Let's be real. Let's be real. LeBron did it. Yeah, sure. Are there a lot of Bulls fans from the '90s that were only Mike fans? I'm sure, but LeBron, LeBron had people jumping like from coast to coast, like just yeah.
like everyone was just a LeBron. Everyone was a Miami fan. Everyone was a
And if you
fucking
weren't a LeBron fan,
Cavs
if
fan.
you weren't a LeBron fan, it's because oh no, I'm a KD fan. Oh no, I'm a Paul George fan. I'm a this fan. I'm a that fan. It's like no, it's
But
very
the
player
NBA
driven.
is, but right now, like the playoffs and everything. There's such balance. Like it's a balanced game right now, and I mean, you go back a couple years to the Warriors and Cavs. It was sort of Steph versus fucking LeBron, or it was
No, it was
KD versus
LeBron. It was
LeBron, or it
LeBron
was
versus the world.
sure. And it's not like that anymore, and it's weird.
And and the Cavs kind of did that, like when the Cavs, when KD went over to Golden State, the Cavs kind of tried to just get a bunch of names.
Yes,
Bro, you remember? We're gonna remember this day. Like we're gonna be sitting on this podcast. We're like 40 talking about this like it's a fucking like it's like a time capsule. We were in high school switching periods when we all of a sudden got a notification that the Cavs had a brand new roster.
all the time.
Right before no, I mean that day I'm talking when it was like Isaiah Thomas, D Wade, Jay Crowder, everybody got trade, like everybody
Yeah,
was moving in the NBA. It was like right before the trade deadline ended. I
yeah,
remember I was sitting in my math class and all of a
yeah.
sudden the Cavs roster just completely changed. And
Well, same shit happened this year, bro.
that crashed and burned though.
Same shit happened this year.
With who?
Russ and everything.
No, that was them adding one more guy, one more big name. I'm saying they like
No, I'm saying when Russ got traded away,
yeah, but I think but to me that's different. Like they traded away a bunch of guys for names. When I'm saying like they traded away a big name for like multiple
a
pieces.
bunch of guys.
Yeah, a bunch of guys, really.
Honestly, that's what it
Because
was. It was
that's
just a
what
bunch of
D'Lo
guys.
is. Anyone that thinks D'Lo has been done anything.
Dumb as fuck, bro.
Yeah, we'll see when either Kyrie or Chris Paul replaces D'Lo next year. Because let's be real, Chris Paul is going to LA.
Honestly,
Chris Paul is going to LA. It was supposed to happen in what, like 2008, 2009, or whenever the fuck that trade was.
bro, it was supposed to happen. It
It
was
was
supposed
supposed
to
to
happen
happen a long
a
time
break
ago.
ago.
Chris Paul is going to be a Laker. He's going to play with his best friend LeBron. And I'm not going to lie to you. And this is like a situation, like it's just a double AD situation. But if Chris Paul and AD stay healthy, meaning LeBron doesn't have to just drop 30 all regular season to get a play-in spot, I put my bet in now.
All right, but why? But
Lakers in 5.
you're telling me that like that Phoenix losing Chris Paul, who's an injury prone 38-year-old, doesn't mean shit. But now it means shit to the Lakers, who are missing a lot of pieces.
I'm looking more at Chris Paul. I'm looking more at I don't think Devin Booker is going to be as affected as you I don't think he's going to be as impacted as you think. I think
But D-Book hasn't made the playoffs without Chris Paul,
the,
let alone a
the
finals.
Suns sucked period before Chris Paul.
But they like still
The
like they
Suns
didn't
were
have.
historically bad.
Yes,
Like they were terrible. So it's like
but even
to
a
sit here.
KD and D-Book running it don't mean shit.
I think it means shit. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're talking about one of the greatest scorers of all time and Devin Booker. It means shit. It means a lot. Now they have no depth. They have no defense.
That's
Aiden,
what I'm saying.
but that's not what you said. You got to elaborate on that because when you go Booker and KD don't mean shit. I'm looking at you like you're fucking stupid. But
No,
no,
no.
it's
From a scoring perspective,
like
sure,
like
but
when you go
as a team,
like when you go Kyrie and Luca, they suck. No, no. Kyrie and Luca don't
no, they
suck.
don't.
Kyrie and Luca is beating any 2-on-2 team. They're winning any 2-on-2 tournament. Period. But
Sure,
that team, there's no there's no defense. It's gonna be Luca and Kyrie just coming up the
their
court,
only depth
sharing
was
ISO ball.
fucking.
Fucking huh?
Their only depth was fucking Tory Lanez, Tory Craig, or whoever the fuck.
Tory Lanez, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I don't
That
know.
was their depth. Their depth
I
was
think,
fucking
I think,
Bam's brother.
and I don't know, bro. Okay, plain and simple. I think Chris Paul is a better option than any point guard that the Lakers have right now.
For sure. You think he's a better option than Kyrie?
No. Fuck
No,
no.
neither do I.
Fuck
Okay,
no.
thank
But I don't think Kyrie's going to the Lakers. I think Kyrie's staying in Dallas.
Which I don't. Honestly, I haven't seen a spot for Kyrie that would seem to work in a long time, and
Well,
nothing
okay,
that
but
he has
but but
gone to has worked in a very long time.
off court shit aside, because if Kyrie
Uh,
won't, I mean, okay, let's be real. Let's be real, because I'm not gonna lie to you. This is recency bias and whatever, but
we all right. We can't say
no,
recency
no, no, no,
bias when the
no.
last time he did something was 8 years ago.
Hold on. You don't even know where I was going with this. Kyrie in Miami would be stupid
That would be a help.
because Kyrie's replacing what? Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent.
Gabe Vincent, yeah,
Like, bro, let's be real. That would be insane. So to sit here
he
and
should
say,
have gone there instead of
yeah,
Dallas.
no, so we can't say, oh,
We would have been looking at Kyrie and Jimmy as Finals champions, and not fucking Nikola Vucevic.
and that's the thing. Kyrie on Miami, that's not some 8 seed like world wonder that like came through. That's a
That's a
squad.
built team.
That's a squad. Um,
Like if you throw Kyrie on, like they did, threw Kyrie on Dallas and took away a lot of pieces, you got a team that doesn't make any sense.
well,
Because Jimmy doesn't care about taking the ball up the court. Luka takes the ball up the court a decent amount. He likes having the rock in his hand.
oh, it's
He
gonna be
likes playing ISO ball.
it's gonna be ISO hell.
They like playing ISO ball. Both of them.
It's gonna be a problem. All
It
right.
is a problem. It's been a problem.
Last thing before we run another round of some word and weddle and we do this bracket. I've come to the conclusion that I can put the LeBron and Mike shit aside and just say that Scottie Pippen is super lame. Okay? Because
Thank you.
we talked about this last
Thank you.
episode, and
Thank you.
I've been just seeing more and more shit of just Scottie Pippen being the biggest weirdo ever.
Because I'm gonna be completely honest. Because a couple podcasts ago, when Scotty started talking his shit about Mike, you were like, "Oh, if he's saying it about Mike, then it's probably true." No, motherfucker, this dude is just bitching,
He's bitter. Like
bitter as
like
fuck. He's
I
been
like
bitter.
he has some emotions that got dug up after this final dance and shit came out. Like
That's what I'm
he
saying.
he has some super duper like vendetta against Michael Jordan. But then you see these clips of him like wearing Jordans and begging him to come back when he retired and all this shit. And it's like, what?
Because Okay, because what the fuck? Everyone talks about. All right, I'm gonna be completely honest. Everyone talks about all this shit. Oh, Scotty was the only reason that Mike did anything, and Scotty was, and then bringing all these pieces, and Horace and Steve. What the fuck is Scotty Pippen
Okay.
without Michael Jordan? Scotty Pippen is an absolute dog shit donkey
See,
without Michael Jordan.
here's the thing though.
You want to talk about someone who's horrible?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When Mike won his championships, did he have good teams? Yeah. Could you name a team that wasn't good that won?
What do you mean?
Like I'm saying, like, is there any team that isn't like, yeah, they had like, yeah, they're like most teams that win the finals have like a pretty good roster.
Yes.
So to say like, well, when I showed up and we became a team and we started playing team basketball, you see what happened. Because y'all saw what happened before I showed up. He was a
Y'all saw it. Oh, sure.
Y'all saw that. I saw.
Yeah, and what the fuck happened when Mike wasn't there? The Rockets won 2 championships.
I just feel like I don't know. Like Scotty is a weirdo, but like this is the same thing. Like okay, I think a big reason why Scotty might have this building like over the years how it's gotten worse is because when we have conversations like Mike versus LeBron, Scotty's name comes up, and if it's not positive, it's super fucking negative. And it
Sure.
because it's either honestly, it's either well, no, because if you're saying LeBron's better, you're giving Scotty credit. But a lot of people who are Mike fans, which at the end of the day, there's more people saying Mike than LeBron. People are going, fuck Scotty. Mike was Mike. Like, no, fuck all that. And I think over the years, I think you hear that, you keep hearing that shit. I don't know, but I think I'd be fed up too.
Well,
Because
I mean,
if in 20 years Kevin Love is like, you saw what happened his first go around in Cleveland. He was trash.
exactly.
And then
Like,
and then when he came back to Cleveland and we started playing like a team, or if Chris Bosh 20 years from now was like, you saw him in Cleveland, you saw when he came over to Miami,
you saw when he came to Miami, you saw what happened.
Like, you know, we would all be sitting here
But
like,
all right, if the Bulls won 1 or 2 championships, sure, give Scotty some fucking credit. They won 6.
no, you can give Scotty credit. You can,
No,
that's the thing,
no,
though.
100%. You can give Scotty credit.
Like, you don't have to be like you and go, he's donkey shit ass fuck, he's terrible. Like, he's not.
No, and no, I don't mean that. But I mean, you can't look at the 2016 Cavs and say, oh, Kyrie was shit, or you can't look at Miami and say Dwayne and Bosh were shit.
Neither.
But when we're talking about these, there's a certain star on each of these teams that made them finals teams. That was not Scottie Pippen. That was not D Wade. That was not Chris Bosh.
Neither Mike or Scotty were successful in terms of championships without each other.
Sure, but
when you take away those 6 years, Scottie Pippen hasn't done anything.
Nothing.
Which I think is super obvious, but saying like
it is not. Sure, it's causation versus correlation. Yes, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were on the same team for however many years. But no, it is not Scottie Pippen's fucking team who led them to 6 finals.
If Scotty is saying, oh, Mike wasn't shit before I got there, what the fuck was Scotty before he got there?
That's what, dude, pull up the tape. That's exactly what I said.
I'm saying,
in
like,
that
bro,
podcast.
And it's like, I'm sorry it took me this long to get here, but it's because Michael and LeBron come up way too much. But when we're just talking about Scottie Pippen, bro's a fucking weirdo. And at the end of the day, they made a documentary about Michael Jordan's Bulls. His son, Mike's son is fucking his wife, and he's mad. And I saw this thing where like it was Gilbert Arenas' podcast because Nico Grimes is on that, and I hate this shit. I hate when we're like having a discussion like this, and we go, and he's mad because Larson's doing this shit, and then a woman goes, oh, men can be hoes too. Nobody said they couldn't be.
No one said they couldn't be.
No one said we couldn't be. But in this particular instance,
bro's salty.
The woman is fucking the guy that
your ex-teammate's son.
Like, that's a problem.
That's a different scenario.
Like you don't have to belittle that in order to like protect women. Like
that's if Scotty fucked Mike's wife.
And to be honest, I don't really care. Like, I'm not really sitting here like, oh, Larson's a hoe. Like, I don't really care. Like, whatever.
I don't give a fuck about Larson.
I'm just saying, like, no, Scotty's definitely pissed about it.
Yeah, this isn't. I don't give a fuck what Larson does. It's what Scotty thinks about the situation that is now bleeding into what he thinks about Mike. But it all started with The Last Dance, where Scotty was portrayed as some second piece, which he was. And he didn't. I don't think he understood the documentary, which was not about the team necessarily. It was more about Michael Jordan. It was Michael Jordan's documentary.
When you're obviously the second piece, and you're never gonna convince the world otherwise, how are you not okay with that?
Like Klay Thompson is more than okay with it. Klay Thompson loves it.
If we're the greatest podcast ever, and people are like, Devin carried every episode, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, well, guess what? That's why his wife's getting fucked by Mikey Jr. right now.
Yeah.
Right now. So what? Like, I'd be like ecstatic. Like, he was a part of 6 championship teams, and he's pissed about it because he wasn't the best player on that team. Like I don't know. And I also saw some shit that just sounded stupid, but like, but this is when it comes to like discussing Michael Jordan and all this shit. Like, he said something stupid like, we didn't win because of like, we didn't win like, he was like, we didn't win because we were encouraged by Mike. We won in spite of Mike, or something along the lines of like, we didn't win something, we won in spite of him, like because
In spite of
like because we wanted to show that we could, like, I don't, something stupid. It's like now he's just pulling and grabbing at anything.
Well, then why didn't you win the finals in 94 and 95?
Don't know. I don't know
Without Mike?
why didn't you make the finals?
Why'd you lose to the Rockets?
Like,
Were the
come
Rockets
on.
in the West or were they in the East at the time? I think they were in the East, no?
I don't know. They didn't make the finals when Mike left.
No, they didn't make the finals either year, no.
They probably lost to Orlando.
94, 95?
95, 90, 94, 95. That was Orlando.
It was 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98.
Okay, I think Orlando was one of those years that I think Orlando lost in like 95.
I mean, it was Rockets both years, but
Rockets beat
it
Orlando
was Knicks. Knicks in 94.
and Orlando in 95.
95 was Orlando, yeah.
Okay. Which, imagine,
And
bro,
they 4-0'd them.
if Shaq had a fucking fifth ring from Orlando. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways,
Dude, the Bulls didn't even. The Bulls lost in the second round that year.
yeah, they did. They did have like 55 wins though.
Who gives a fuck?
I mean, no one.
Did they win?
No, they didn't win. All right. Oh, before we get in this bracket, let's run another
Fuck Scottie
round of
Pippen.
let's run another round. Let's run another round. You know what time it is. You know what fucking time it is.
Like if Klay Thompson comes out and is like, "Hey, my son's fucking Aisha," like Clay's cool with fucking being the second man.
Yeah. I don't think Clay's ever gonna come out and be like, yo, to be honest with you,
I did that shit.
we
You're
ain't
like,
even
nah, bro.
we didn't really
Steph
fuck
was a shit before I got there.
we didn't even really fuck with Steph like that. Like, we wanted to win. We wanted to win to show Steph how good we were, for real.
What the fuck does that
Like,
mean?
that's why Iguodala got the Finals MVP, for real. Like, can you see this?
Yeah, I got it. I want Iguodala.
I want Iguodala, which that had to be a bit, right? Like,
No,
he like
Max Kellerman is just a
he woke
jackass,
up.
dude.
He woke up that morning, like, and looked at his wife or whoever he's with, and was like, "Yo, I got one today. Like, I got one because
I want Iguodala.
I want Iguodala. That laser beam, that beam pointed at Earth. Like, nah, bro, that's
I
gotta
want
be a joke.
Iguodala. I do not want Iguodala. If my life's on the line, I'm not taking Iguodala. No way you just put an anime.
I mean, look what we got: a green A, yellow N, yellow I.
I didn't realize we were still talking about Zion here.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't know. What are you thinking?
That's weird. I don't know about this.
I don't fucking know. What do you think? What do you like more? N-I or I-N?
IN maybe.
I-N?
Like, dude. I don't know. Just throw in something where we can get some more vowels or something. Like,
Okay. Here.
like doubt maybe. Doubt. No.
Sorry.
All good.
Well, O and U. It's
No,
not
that
good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
only thing we missed was a
So the N's at the end.
doubt's too long anyway. I'm stupid as fuck.
So that's what it's gonna be.
So the N is last.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Um,
So
ASAWACAD.
ASH Ashen. I don't even know if that's a word.
I don't think so, but I mean, hell, who the fuck cares at this point? Definitely not a word. Um, wow, wow, what the fuck?
Aspen.
ATA. This is fucked. Can we? You want to just try to get another letter or what? What do we?
Yeah, we got to try to get something.
All right. Let's just do. Let's do. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know. What do you want to? What do you want to try to get?
Maybe like a T or a C or a P.
T. T. Let's go with. Let's go with ST. ST.
Stain.
I was gonna go. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't really give us much.
That's true.
I guess. Fuck it. We might as well. We don't have anything. Hold on now.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on now.
So A blank AIN. Are we stupid?
Again.
Are we dumb again?
Again.
Again. Oh, look at
Again.
us.
It's again. Jesus Christ.
I just
All
said
right.
again and I had no idea.
All right. Okay. Before we do Weddle, I had to tell you a story. Um, just for people off air, we had to stop for a minute and then we rambled for a minute. But I wanted to tell you. So I went to go get this energy drink. Because I was tired. I wanted to be up for the pod.
Don't put them on.
I spent way too much money on energy drinks to not put them on. Look, listen.
Shout out Celsius.
Listen, these satanic motherfuckers are gonna make all the money in the world with or without me.
Put an X on it, brother. Izzy style.
It don't matter. But look, I was going into a I can't remember if it was a Wawa or a racetrack or whatnot, but I'm looking and I'm trying to decide because they always got like the twofers or the buy two
Yeah.
get one or buy one get one. So I'm looking, they got the different sizes. Like they got like these taller ones, they got the 16s, they got the big boys with the
Yeah.
screw on fucking caps.
Ah, yeah.
So
The
I'm like,
screwies.
damn, do I get like two small ones? Do I get like a bigger, like a tall boy? And I'm sitting there
Yeah.
looking, bro. And there's this guy next to me, and I'm like scooting over, and he's looking, and he's like, do you are you trying to decide what flavor? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, if you need any help, I've had them all. I love Monster.
Dog, what the absolute fuck?
Bro,
Is this guy trying to fuck you? What are we doing?
I mean, like he was like, I love Monster. I've had every flavor, so if you need any help, just ask me. And I was like,
Any help?
I'm like, all right, like I'm really deciding on the size. And he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah. And then he's like, see, there's like a new strawberry flavor. He's like, have you had the strawberry fire yet? Or have you had the strawberry yet? I'm like, nah. He's like, pretty killer.
Dude, is this guy a Monster rep? What are we doing? Who the
Bro,
fuck is marketing Monster like
pretty killer. You should try it. I'm sitting there like in my head, I'm
that?
deciding,
Salesman?
I'm getting an original. We start talking about like sugar free. He's like, I don't even drink coffee. I just wake up in the morning and drink Monster.
Dude, this guy works for Monster, bro.
He's like, and it's like, I turned around and he was gone. He was gone, bro. I asked, I said, where'd he go? He's gone. I was like, bro, he disappeared. He disappeared into thin air. I didn't see him walk out. I didn't see him pick up any food. I didn't see him at a register. He was gone.
Was he one of these shapeshifters?
I don't know, bro, but he spent a good 5 to 10 minutes just talking to me about Monster, talking to me about energy.
5-10 minutes. I thought this was a 2-minute conversation.
No, this was like, I mean, we were talking about the calories and
oh my god,
and the flavors he hasn't tried. Cause here's the thing. Cause then I started testing his gangster. I was like, yeah, the Pacific Punch right here. He's like, oh, I've actually never had that one. I'm like, oh, you're a fraud. I'm
Oh,
like, so you're a
fraudulent.
fraud. I'm like, he was like, yeah, I've never had any of the juices. I'm like, motherfucker, what are we talking about?
Fraudulent.
What do you mean? Because then he showed me one like sugar-free one. He's like, that tastes like a Jolly Rancher. I was like, that tastes like my grandma's foot shavings. There's no way that you think that tastes like a green Jolly Rancher. That's disgusting. But yeah, no. So I had a good discussion about Monster today. But let's get into this Weddle.
Yeah, I try not to talk to people about foods and drinks.
But I really didn't have a choice. Like he just walked up to me like, "Hey man, like you ready to get some Monster?" Like he was excited for me.
If someone came up to me and said, "I've had all the flavors," I'd be like, "Oh, cool,"
I mean,
and I would walk away.
he was so excited for me to get a Monster.
I bet he was, and
Like
I bet he worked for Monster.
it's like he almost wanted to be like, "All right, good luck," like as he walked
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
But like,
Have fun, brother.
but no, he
You'll be
was
all right.
he disappeared. He was gone forever. Shout out to that guy. So this bracket is going to be a little different. I actually had a bracket I wanted to do, but didn't have enough time to do all the research I wanted to get done.
Okay.
So next episode we're going to have a bracket that is going to consist of 16 teams, 16 of the best NFL teams that didn't win a Super Bowl.
Oh.
2019 Ravens, 2007 Patriots, 2013 Broncos, teams like that.
Every year since 1992 that the Redskins have played.
But today, I got 16 contracts, 16 contract extensions, 16 different contracts that were signed. Now, what's interesting about this is what I want to be the deciding factor are a couple things.
Okay.
What has already prevailed from the signing?
Okay.
What we expect to happen in the future? And then plain and simple, if we think it's worth it or not.
Yes.
Because some of these are bad contracts extensions. I didn't put 16 great contract extensions in here. There might be a couple people in here where we're going to be talking about how big of a fuck up this was, opposed to how this person is going to move on in the bracket.
Sure. Okay.
So that's kind of the gist of what we got here. We got 16 contracts. And we're going to start off with Aaron Rodgers' contract extension in 2018, where he signed a 4-year, $134 million extension. This is going up against Jared Goff's contract extension. The same year after winning the Super Bowl versus the Patriots, he got a 4-year, $134 million extension.
Losing.
So we basically have a scenario. I didn't say winning.
You did.
We can run the tape back.
There's no
winning. Way. There's no way. I'm looking at the word losing on my paper.
I know you said winning.
There's no way.
You said winning the Super Bowl.
We'll run it back. There's no way. After losing the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Mind you, Goff is the only person I've mentioned so far that made a Super Bowl during this time. But
yes.
Now, Aaron Rodgers won the MVP, 2018, 2019? Or 2019, 2020?
2021, 2022.
He ain't the reigning MVP.
No, sorry, 2020, 2021. Sorry.
Okay, 2020, 2021. Okay, yeah. So
because it was Lamar 19, Patrick 9. No, Lamar 18. No, Patrick 18. Sorry, Lamar 19, Aaron twice, and then Patrick again.
So you're essentially looking at he won 2 MVPs and lost a couple playoff games.
Made the whatchamacallit. I'm thinking about basketball. I'm thinking of conference finals and shit.
Division or conference
championship.
Conference championship, yeah. Now, I mean, if you're asking me, like, okay, what was the better extension? I'm gonna have to go with Aaron Rodgers, but that's because they traded Jared Goff like 2 years after this, after giving him this much fucking money. At least before they
Yeah.
got. Now, mind you, Aaron Rodgers got another extension after this. He got
Yes.
another extension after this and then got traded. I didn't even put that extension in here. I
Yeah.
think this is one of his better extensions, going on to win 2 MVPs after this.
Yes.
This was the extension he won those MVPs on.
Yeah, and Jared Goff did not do anything for the Rams.
It was a Joe Flacco effect. He got paid for what he did,
Not
which
what
was
he was,
well, not
and
even what Joe Flacco did. Joe Flacco was a Super Bowl MVP.
exactly,
Jared Goff just made the Super Bowl.
and it was probably one of the worst Super Bowls in recent history.
So we're going to have Aaron Rodgers move on. Now we have Matt Stafford's contract extension after winning the Super Bowl
Oh,
versus Jalen Hurts.
after winning the Super Bowl?
Not after winning it.
Sorry, after losing it. My bad.
See, it's hard. Jalen Hurts, though,
You're right.
got paid 6 years. For over 6 years, he's going to make $225 million. After winning the Super Bowl, Matt Stafford got paid $160 million for the next 4 years. Now,
Proceeded to throw the most interceptions in the league for the majority of the year
Can
and
I ask
get
you a question?
injured. Yes.
Is it fair for Hurts to move on when we're essentially looking at this? We're looking at a contract extension that we haven't got to see what is going to happen yet versus a contract extension that has started off on the most worst possible foot. Like, even if
With
Matt
winning the Super Bowl?
Stafford, no, I'm saying like Matt Stafford, his first year on his extension, plays like shit.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So I'm saying,
but yes, we're waiting to see what Jalen Hurts can do.
but I'm
At the
saying
same
like
time, he's got the same pieces.
we watched Matt Stafford have a terrible first year on his extension versus a year we haven't seen yet from Jalen Hurts. So is that fair to Stafford?
I do think so. Because even when Stafford won, we still understand that he's an older player. We still understand that he is not
Okay,
of even when he did win, it wasn't of the caliber of a top quarterback.
If we're going off of that, you got this young star who already made a Super Bowl. Mind you, this was the first Super Bowl Matt Stafford won, first playoff game he won, first Super Bowl he's ever made. Like this is we're paying him like all this money, and he's not going to make another Super Bowl.
He's basing this off of a great offense that he had. He had the offensive player of the year. He had an incredible defense.
We're going to talk about Cooper Kupp's impact on Matt Stafford's career in 10 years from now like it's fucking nothing else in this world.
Like it's not Scotty and Jordan.
Like we thought Calvin Johnson made Stafford look like pretty good. No.
Cooper Kupp had a better year than
made Matt Stafford a Super Bowl champion.
Basically.
Not an MVP.
Who was the MVP that year? It was Cooper. Yeah.
Fuck, it was Cooper Kupp. So we have honestly 2 contract extensions that I'm not too interested in. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Not interested in. I'm not too. I'm not like
Keen
excited.
on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be surprised about one of them.
Okay.
So the first one is Daniel Jones. 4 years, $160 million this offseason. Which we'll talk about in a second. The next one I have, which I know it's crazy for me to say this, but I think what may turn out to be
it's better not be Lamar.
This might be in the future one of the worst contract extensions in history.
Dak?
Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah.
Kyler Murray got paid $230 million for the next 5 years.
230 over 5 years.
Kyler Murray has not done a fucking thing in the NFL.
No. And what did I say? I know you were on the hype train for a long time. Dude, he's not that fucking good.
He's like fun to watch. That's it.
Yeah.
I like watching Kyler Murray play, but when we're talking about like he got paid what he got paid for what he did, and Lamar basically had to threaten to just sit out or like leave
Yeah. For
after
being
doing
the
everything
MVP.
he's done. Yeah.
For being the
Lamar
MVP and not having a losing season at any point in his career.
Lamar almost has the same amount of wins from one season compared to Kyler's entire career. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. With that being said, I still don't know if it's worse than Daniel Jones because what the fuck is Daniel Jones? I guess I don't know what Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has
Hey,
done
hey,
more with
hey, hey,
less.
hey, hey.
Daniel Jones has
Daniel
done
Jones
more
won
with
a playoff
less.
game.
Daniel Jones has done more with less.
And he has done more with less, and he's won a playoff game.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Yeah,
And
no.
Kyler hasn't done shit with the arguably one of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah, no, fuck that. That's
In your opinion, the best receiver in the league.
the best receiver in the league. Which I saw something earlier, someone saying D Hop was washed, and I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've
That's
ever seen in my
not even
life.
close.
Because if he's washed because of his age, then Devontae Adams is washed because of his age.
And Devontae Adams is still a dog.
So, all right. Next matchup. Von Miller, Deshaun Watson.
Which okay, continue.
Listen. When Von Miller got traded to the Bills, or when Von Miller signed with the Bills, he got paid. I didn't realize this.
Oh yeah, no, I remember this. Yeah.
$120 million for the next 6 years.
Yep. Yeah.
You want to talk about washed?
120 over 6 for a linebacker who's or D end or whatever the fuck you want to call him, who's like 33, 30. How old is he? 35?
I don't know. Not 35, but he's washed for sure. He's not going to be worth $20
34.
million 5 years from now.
No,
I mean,
no,
that
no,
is fucking insane.
no. This. I mean, to me, this seemed like one of those. Even at the time, it seemed like one of those contracts. It's like, yeah, you'll get maybe 3 productive years out of him, and then you'll buy him out.
Bro, there's no fucking
He
way you
he
think Von
barely played
Miller
this
is going to
year.
be because he tore his fucking Achilles.
I know.
He's not going to. Yeah, and players just get better after they tear their Achilles.
KD did. He didn't get better. It was the same.
KD has done little to nothing since his Achilles tear.
Well, all right. He's still been
You know who else
a
is
sport.
pretty? You know who else has been a little iffy since their Achilles tear? Clay.
He also tore his ACL.
Yeah, I mean, But here's the thing, though. KD's Achilles is like 14 feet long, so
Oh,
that's
I
like a
know it
really
is.
big piece of his leg. But
Yeah.
look, I don't think you're getting. I don't think next year's production from Von Miller is going to be worth $20 million. Period.
Fuck no.
So you might
Hell
get
no.
production. You might get production the next 3 years, not $20 million worth every year.
No.
I don't think so at all. I would have
But
much
he'll be
rather.
bought out pretty soon.
I would have invested that shit in 4 different young players and fucking Von Miller. Are you serious? I'm
Or
making a trade for. I'm not gonna
maybe
lie to
a
you.
running back.
I'm making a trade for a very underwhelming Chase Young before I'm giving Von Miller that much money.
Yes, sir. Because
Because I
Chase Young's
don't.
still young.
I'm not gonna have to give Chase Young that much money,
Nope.
and there's so much more potential.
The only thing that Chase Young has is his goddamn fucking name.
Yeah. But with that being said, Deshaun Watson, 5 years over $230 million, that makes that look like a great fucking contract.
5 year. Yeah, no, it's a better contract than Von Miller for sure. It's not great. It's better.
It's better. It's not going to win them a Super Bowl. It's not going to get DeAndre Hopkins on the team. And
No.
I don't know. I think obviously with the risk factor of like
They're not even gonna give Hopkins $20 million a year. They're bitching about giving him 15 a year.
and they give
And you're
Von
gonna give
Miller.
Von Miller 20.
That's insane. It's definitely Deshaun Watson moving on.
It is.
But you never know. Another batch of 20 people might show up out of nowhere and Start crying, massage or whatever. I don't know. Okay.
He
Okay.
wanted a massage. Then he
Um,
turned over.
Andrew Luck. So Andrew Luck got paid $140 million for 6 years, got hurt, and then retired the next
Retired.
preseason.
Yeah.
Retired the next preseason.
Now, how much was guaranteed? Do you know?
I don't know,
Because he didn't get the whole 140.
but there's a reason why I said Kyler Murray might have the worst contract in the future. Because this has got to be the worst extension in NFL history.
It's horrible.
Because here's the thing.
Because that year he was probably saying, "Hey, I'm going to be with the Colts for another 6 years. I'm loving the team. I'm loving it."
And
Then he gets
you got a
ruptures his
guy,
kidney or whatever.
who, when healthy, was actually worth that.
Well, he was a playoff winning
And
quarterback.
I think that's the biggest killer is they gave a guy that much money who was worth that much money and still didn't get anything from it.
No, he retired.
Like they didn't get to see him like suck for the next 5 years. Like he quit.
No. Yeah,
He
he
got
got injured
really
and quit.
skinny, and then
He got
started
really
like
skinny
reporting.
and started talking about plants and shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. And like, what did you like? Not shower or something, or what does he
I
do?
don't know. He's
Travels.
he's on some fucking Kirk Cousins bus tour or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
All right, that's going up against Jimmy G, who after getting traded to New England or to San Francisco was paid $137.5 million over 5 years. Plain and simple, he played. He got him to a Super Bowl.
Yep. He was leading till the fourth quarter in a Super Bowl.
It's Jimmy G, but obviously,
Like
when you sign a guy
Jimmy
where
G's isn't that bad. Like it's better than Von Miller's. It's better than Andrew Luck's.
Jimmy
It's better
G's
than a lot
what?
of people's.
Jimmy G's well, you got to remember at the time when he got that contract, this was the guy that everybody knew Bill wanted to replace Tom with.
Yes.
So you got to think like everybody kind of wanted Jimmy G at the time. Which, looking back on it, so fucking stupid.
Well, he's just a system quarterback, and he was even in San Francisco when they made the Super Bowl.
And, yeah, but obviously a better signing than fucking Andrew Luck,
which is just a straight kick in the cock, but it's not all guaranteed. So,
all right, Lamar versus Josh
Jacobs,
Madden 24, Josh.
Madden 29, Josh.
So Lamar Jackson, obviously, 5 years, $260 million, versus Josh Allen, 6-year, $258 million contract.
Mm-hmm. When was that signed? Was that this year
That
or
was
the year prior?
prior to the 2021 season.
Ooh.
So we've already had 2 seasons of Josh Allen on this contract. And we've yet to see. Now, here's the thing. Lamar signed this contract, and after signing this contract, has been given the best team he's had, and even a report today I saw Lamar has. Now, I know I say this like something like Lamar has been given the keys to the offense, and it's like we're sitting there like, yeah, sure, but like I'm saying like Lamar is coming out himself and going like, no, like I have been given
I'm
the
running the
keys
offense
to the offense, and I don't know. We're kind of. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts here?
Lamar has done and shown that he is able to do a lot with a lot less. Josh Allen has had some very good teams. He's had a great receiver. I'm not shitting on Josh Allen at all. He's a great quarterback, but Kirk Cousins had Stephon Diggs, and Kirk Cousins looked good when he had Stephon Diggs. and Kirk Cousins looks great when he has Justin Jefferson. Um, but yeah, no, Josh Allen has been and will be given pieces for his team. Lamar has played with, sure, a great tight end, but no top 15 receivers, let alone maybe even top 20. Maybe even that. I don't even know if that. Uh, in prior years, he got Deshaun Watson. I'm not Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Jackson, who was a better receiver in his prior years. But Josh has never won an MVP. Josh has made it to the he made it to the whatchamacallits before, right?
AFC Championship game.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
last year, right?
Versus no, because they lost to Cincinnati.
What? Oh, Cincinnati and oh yes, that was the game where Cincinnati should have won because the refs were doing a little rigmarole to him.
Cincinnati won that game.
No, Cincinnati beat Buffalo. I'm talking about Cincinnati and Kansas City.
Oh, yes. What happened in that game? Why can I not remember what you're talking about?
There was a late penalty. Remember the late hit out of bounds. There was a lot of calls during that game that were.
Yes.
And Kansas City, that whole playoff run had the refs on their side the whole way, and then the last play of the Super Bowl was sort of shoddy, and
Yeah.
you know the hold on Juju. Who knows if that was there? I don't think it was there, but
So are you saying
yeah.
Lamar moves on?
I, in terms of potential as a quarterback, I think Lamar moves on. I think that Josh, yes, has been in better circumstances, but if you take away what Josh has right now, if you put him on Baltimore, it's not even close.
Yeah, I don't know what Josh Allen's doing in Baltimore, but we do have Devontae Adams versus Russell Wilson. So Devontae
Which
Adams,
Devontae?
after getting traded to Vegas,
Yeah,
he signed a whopping $140 million contract over 5 years.
Devontae. That's not bad money for Devontae. And what he put up 17. How many yards did he put up?
I don't know.
1,700.
Okay, but then Russell Wilson, after getting traded to Denver, got paid $245 million over the next 5 years.
245 over 5 years.
Now, here's the thing. Once
Yeah, I know
again,
you're going to protect Russ because of the situation. Yes,
I mean, I'm not gonna protect him. I don't care. I'm gonna say,
sure.
it's the same situation as Stafford versus Hurts, but at the same time, 140 is way too much for a receiver.
Bro, he put up 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns with Derek Carr.
Dude, 140 over the next 5 years?
He's only 30.
No. He's 30.
He's 30. Yes, he's 30.
He's not only 30, he's 30,
But
which means
yes,
in
he's
3
30.
years from now, he could easily be out of his prime and
But he
easily
had
be
3 more
washed.
yards per catch this year compared to 2021. He had 3 more touchdowns. Like
So you're telling me,
compared to
you're telling me,
compared to what Russ did in Denver,
you're
you
telling
think
me.
you think Russ is worth Lamar money
So, but
or Jalen
but
Hurts money?
but what you're telling me is the Raiders going, all right, so let's get rid of Derek Carr and replace him with the worst version of Derek Carr. Let's get rid of his second best target and send him to New York, and then let's give Devontae the rest of our money because that's gonna work.
I'm not
Instead of
saying it's the best
potentially
move.
buying into a franchise quarterback.
I'm
You,
not saying it's the best move.
I
And I'm not
think
saying that Devontae has a 5-year future for this team. What I'm saying is he has a better future and has shown even in the past year, they both played a year on these contracts, and Russ did absolutely nothing. was one of the worst quarterbacks in the league,
Denver
and
sucks.
Devontae was still one of the
Denver
best receivers.
sucks.
Sure, but so
Denver
did fucking
sucks.
Las Vegas, and Devontae still went crazy.
But what I'm saying though, you're investing in a receiver for what? To go 7-10?
What the fuck are you investing in Russell Wilson for?
But
To go 4
at
and
least at
13?
least you're starting somewhere. Like you should start with a quarterback. I feel like you should
No,
start with a
100%.
quarterback. You're buying in on the best receiver in the league. You don't even have a top 15 guy throwing to him.
Sure, but
Like that's
was
stupid. That is stupid. That's a
is
waste
is
of
is
time,
Derek
waste of
Carr a
money.
top? Is Derek Carr? He's borderline. He's barely top 15,
I don't know if
and
he is, but
he
I'm
still
not
went
saying
absolutely
I'm not
crazy.
saying I would feel different if Derek Carr was the option. I'm just saying there you go. You got Derek Carr. You're gonna keep Derek Carr, buy in with Devontae, and still not have a great quarterback throwing to him. I don't I do not think there's any sense in investing in the best receiver in the league, considerably, arguably, whatever, when you don't even when there's talks of Tom Brady coming to play for the fucking Raiders. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? There's we are wasting Devontae's the rest of his prime is being wasted in Vegas.
No, I understand, but he's still putting up numbers.
That's cool. So people's fantasy teams are gonna be popping next year, but yeah, you need no. I'm sorry. He put up numbers. He was begging for Aaron Rodgers to get traded to the Raiders all year. He was begging to
Sure,
fucking find a way to get out of there. Aaron or Devontae, I'm not saying you shouldn't invest in Devontae Adams. I'm not saying he shouldn't be the highest paid receiver in the league. But I'm saying you should have a guy you're confident in playing quarterback
but
before investing in the like it's going to be stupid. It's going to be so stupid if obviously this wouldn't happen because the history, but if Houston threw the bank at D Hop, so Davis Mills can waste DeAndre Hopkins prime? Like, what are we talking about? Like, why? I just think that I
but
don't
you
think
think
Russell
it's
Wilson is a great move, but I'm gonna take investing in a quarterback over a receiver with a team with really no good quarterback. I don't know. I do not see.
but all right, sure. Jimmy G's not great, but he's been to a Super Bowl before. He had a 103 quarterback rating last year in the games that he played. Russell had a 84 rating.
But Russell had his worst season ever in his career.
But
His worst season in his career.
who's to say that it's not going to continue? Sean Payton?
I don't know if it will. I don't think he's gonna have. I don't think he's gonna double down next year.
I don't think he's going to get much better.
I think the Broncos will be better than they were last year.
Sure, they'll be a little bit better. But what have they added to their team that shows that other than Sean Payton? Sean Payton removing Russell Wilson's
What
office.
have the Raiders added to the team to show you Devontae Adams isn't wasting his time there?
He might be wasting his time, but it's a good move for the Raiders. They have a receiver that they can rely on and base their quarterbacks off of.
But but why have a good receiver if you don't even trust the guy throwing to him?
But
We're
why
sitting
have a
here,
bad quarterback and bad pieces?
but we said the same shit when Tyreek went to Miami. We weren't sitting here going, Tua and Tyreek, the connection's gonna be crazy. We were going, fuck. Tyreek's he's about to be running the underthrown balls and doing all this bullshit. Devontae Adams, sure, he's gonna put up numbers, but for what? I'm not
But
positive
but but
Russell
what's the
Wilson's
purpose of
career
putting
is
up no
over.
numbers and putting up no wins?
You're just assuming Russell Wilson's gonna be a bad quarterback the rest of his career, is what it seems like.
Yes,
I don't think that's the case. I think he had a bad season on a bad team.
maybe. But I mean, who's to say it's not going to continue? Like, how much trust do we have in Matt Stafford to get much better next year?
Well, there's no getting better for Matt Stafford.
Is there getting better for fucking
I'm not saying
Russell
getting
Wilson?
better. I'm just saying playing better. Like he had a
No, I
bad
mean
year
playing
with a
better from year to
bad
year.
team. Matt Stafford, yes, he could play better with a better team.
But their team wasn't that terrible. It was the same fucking team they had when they won the Super Bowl.
Flip a coin.
Let me pull up
Flip a
the
coin.
coin flipper.
I'm going Russ.
I just don't think so.
I'm going Russ. I'm going Russ tails. Russ tails, Devontae heads.
That's tails. You fuck.
Let's go. Russell Wilson moving on.
That's horrible.
Russell Wilson
That's
moving
absolutely
on.
horrible. At least you have someone to build around. You have Jack Dick to build around in
That's
Denver. You think
but you're saying you would rather build around a receiver than a quarterback. That is stupid.
yes.
That's
In this
stupid.
case,
That's
yes.
stupid. Give me Russell Wilson and decent receivers over Devontae Adams and a fairly average quarterback.
Russ had decent receivers. If you put Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton on the Ravens, you'd be lucky to have them.
You just said that because you know their names.
No, because they're decent receivers and they were the year prior. Before Russell Wilson.
Denver isn't a good team.
They have two decent receivers.
Denver is a good team, bro. I'm sorry, you flipped the coin.
And you think Russ's 11 picks made them
No, but at the end of the
a
day, I'd
better
rather
team?
invest in
You think they're 9-point games
I would rather
aren't
invest in a
Russ's fault?
quarterback than a receiver.
Sure. But not this
That's
quarterback.
no, this quarterback.
That's retarded. Sorry. Fuck.
I'm sorry. Patrick Mahomes, Khalil Mack.
Patrick Mahomes. Fuck you, Khalil Mack. No one
All
gives
right.
a flying fuck about the Chargers.
Aaron Rodgers in 2018, Matt Stafford after winning the Super Bowl. I mean, two MVPs. Matt Stafford. Daniel Jones versus Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun. You got way more potential with Deshaun than you do with Daniel Jones.
Jimmy G versus Lamar.
Lamar. This is second round.
Russell Wilson versus Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. Thank God we got rid of that fucking idiot.
All
we
right.
may have had a conversation with actual fucking Devontae Adams.
Aaron Rodgers 2018. No, Patrick Mahomes. Get the fuck. Aaron Rodgers 2018 versus Deshaun Watson after getting traded to the Browns.
It's A-Rod.
Is it though? Because we're looking at like, okay, we know
All
what
right,
they got. We know what they got out of that extension, which was really just
we already know everything that they got out of it.
It wasn't much. It was personal accolades.
Personally, Aaron got a decent amount out of it.
But I think
he got a couple new girlfriends or whatever the fuck.
I think if D-Watt doesn't pan out, then yeah, Aaron Rodgers wins this round. But I think the unknown is
But D-Watt has potential. Maybe.
Yeah, no,
Browns,
I think the unknown is what's helping D-Watt win this round.
Because he's still a great quarterback, and we didn't see much from him last year, and we can't base anything off of what happened last year. And maybe he gets some pieces to that fucking team, but it doesn't seem like they're looking for anything. They don't even want
He has
Hopkins.
Amari Cooper.
Pish posh. Amari's dookie.
Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes.
That sucks. All right, when Patrick Mahomes signed the contract, we thought it was the death of the Chiefs. We thought that was way too much money to give a quarterback. We thought
it eventually will be.
Sure, but we thought once you lose Tyreek, that team is nothing. They lost Tyreek. They won a Super Bowl. They had a good enough receiver core with the four dudes running around doing whatever the fuck. McCole Hardman, fucking Juju Shoestrings. Kelsey's still there. Wearing the Bud Light chain. Did you see that?
I did. You
Boycott.
saw him at the
at the
at the White
podium.
House. I've been waiting.
Yeah,
I've been waiting a long time to say
been
this.
waiting a long time. Nope, nope. All right. Yeah, well, yeah, dude.
Dude,
Boycott Travis Kelce.
imagine if like the CIA like tackled him when he went to go talk at the podium or something.
The Secret Service.
Secret Service just fucking chokeholds him like he goes up
That'd
to
be
talk.
incredible.
Oh fuck.
But no. Shout out. Yeah. Hashtag boycott Travis Kelce.
Why are we boycotting Travis Kelce?
He had a Bud Light chain on.
What is that? Who cares? What does that mean? So if you support Bud Light now, you're homophobic?
What?
No, is that what that means though? Are you saying that that's how people look at that?
No, I think it's the other way.
No, you're boycotting Travis Kelce because he supports Bud Light.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, you got me lost because but you're saying he's supporting Bud Light after they backtracked.
Well, they still haven't they have not fully backtracked. Like they're still on the train.
What, the Harley train?
No, the Pride train.
I guess. I honestly don't care. It's Patrick Mahomes though. It is
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, and now we got D-Watt versus Mahomes, which I think, even though it's hard to admit this, so far between the two, Patrick Mahomes has done more on it during his contract.
For what during his contract?
He's done more.
Then
Deshaun Watson.
Well, Deshaun Watson's played 7 games.
Because he molested women. Are we docking Mahomes' Super Bowl win because Deshaun Watson is a diddler?
Oh, no, I'm not putting anything into what Deshaun's done.
Okay.
But Deshaun hasn't done anything, and he doesn't have half the potential that Mahomes has, even without the pieces.
Look, at the end of the day, we just decided that the best contract extension is what we think will one day be the worst contract extension.
And at the time, what we thought was a terrible contract decision.
If Mahomes wins another Super Bowl, another 2 Super Bowls, more MVPs, and then 5 years from now, because of that money, the Chiefs can't afford anybody, that's not a bad contract.
No, and honestly, I think they did it in a better way than a lot of the contracts are structured now, because the way that Mahomes' contracts works is that he's not making $50 million a year.
No.
He's making, it increases every year. Like he made probably like 35 or 40 this year.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Patrick Mahomes with the best contract extension.
Now there have been probably an equal number of court cases that have come out of these extensions. The two of them, Deshaun and Mahomes, not Patrick Jackson.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, he decided to grab a woman and molest her face.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But with that being said, I
don't know what happened because I saw him in court. It was pretty funny.
I think it's time to wrap it up. We did our bracket. We talked the NBA Finals. We talked some golf. We talked CP3. We talked some Madden. We talked some Scotty. We talked some Zion. We talked a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, I guess it's time to get out of here. Devin, are there any last words for the people?
Yeah, I'd like to ask all the lawyers out there and all the judges and such, are TikTok dances allowed in courtrooms?
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode of On It, make sure you stay tuned. Brand new episodes every single Saturday and Tuesday. We'll be back with a brand new episode on Tuesday with another bracket, more Word or Weddle, more NBA, more NFL, more off the record shit. Everything you want, everything you ask for, whatever the fuck y'all want us to talk about. We'll be back on Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Broncos country. Let's ride.